Hi there, thanks for joining us on yet another episode of The Nation, a show where we like to talk about and address or raise awareness on issues that really do concern each and every one of us around the nation. Now, if you ever wondered about your dietary intake, where the food source is in fact coming from, welcome to the concept of urban farming. It's a concept that is of course picking up speed and interest with many across the country, and it's a concept that consultant, entrepreneur and farmer Philip Liu, who's my guest today, knows too much and too well about, but that is only the beginning of his new venture. Welcome to the show, Philip. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
You look in the pink of health. I see you looking very bright and fresh, and I guess that's all thanks to the good food that you're eating.
Yeah, healthy food and healthy living.
Healthy food and healthy living at the urban farm, or rather your urban farm called the Liu Urban Farm.
Yes.
We're going to talk about this and much, much more. It is a new business, it's a new venture, a new lifestyle, all for a new future as well.
Yes.
The concept of urban farming is something we've heard a lot about, talked a lot about, but it's become a reality for you based up north, and you've got a wonderful farm with the concept of saying, hey, it is possible to have a farm in every house or community or taman area, state, so on and so forth. But tell us really, what is urban farming?
Well, urban farming practically, you're actually growing your own food in the urban city. Actually, more than 70% of Malaysian population actually live in the urban cities, and I think that kind of trend is applicable worldwide. Yeah, so therefore, it is a great thing that we can actually continue to grow our own food from city, not only for our own health, but I think collectively it will help to moderate the global warming and reduce carbon footprint worldwide. Yeah.
The concept of this has been something that has drawn a lot of interest from a lot of people, especially those who are now very much more health conscious, people who want to stay organic or stay 100% natural. What are few of the issues surrounding the produce that we have now?
Yeah, I think being for myself, I always I am not a meat eater. I see myself more on vegetables. So every time my wife buy expensive kind of pesticide-free or organic vegetables, and I always doubt that how true is it pesticide-free or how true is it organic. And I think the only way that you are really convinced that it's pesticide-free or kind of healthy, that is only the only way is to grow it yourself.
Absolutely. Do it your own DIY.
Yes, exactly.
We've got a quick video here showing us a snapshot and more of the concept of urban farming, and of course Philip's very own farm up in Penang. Let's take a look. That's right. Here we're talking about urban farming, and of course Philip Liu's very own Liu Urban Farm up in Penang. We saw there you had two types of gardens, one on the soil and one vertical.
Right. So when I built the farm, I am trying to implement implement what I've learned from Taiwan and trying to integrate them together. At the same time, I also do R&D into trying to innovate and do something very differently from the conventional way, where I actually integrate aeroponics, vertical farming onto aquaponics and making it in the commercial scale. And I think as far as I know, nobody in Malaysia have already done that before this and commercialize it.
Which was going to bring me to my next question. Right. How many urban farms of this scale and concept do we have, not just in the Klang Valley, but across the nation?
Right. I think a lot of people have been talking about urban farming, and a lot of people have been doing a lot of planting and growing, but I think a lot of them still very confined to conventional, like raised bed, soil planting, hydroponics to a certain extent. But in the way that we are doing, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we are the first one, and we have a state-of-art kind of urban farm in Penang, where we actually integrate the concept of organic and urban permaculture on one hand, and the other hand we actually do R&D and a showcase of integrating aeroponics vertical onto aquaponics. So with the complete concept like this, as far as my knowledge goes, I have not seen any of such skill and any of such implementation in Malaysia. Yeah.
We'll talk about the future of urban farming in the country and how that can be grown and more people can adopt the concept. But first, let's go a few steps back. How did you decide to embark on this journey? Being an entrepreneur as well, you started out in IT, and you were the founder as well of everyday.com.my, which was a social website.
Well, I'm a computer graduate, and after graduating, I have a few startups of my venture in IT. I have been in IT solution for more than 20 years, and my last startup I was a co-founder instead of founder with my friend. To set up a group buy company back in late 2010, where the group buy, Groupon start become very popular. And we were lucky that with a short inceptions, we grew very well. We were one of the pioneers in Malaysia who started this concept, and we exited the Living Social in US, which was the close competitor, the close rival to Groupon. We were actually world number 2 at that point of time.
So you decided to walk away from something you knew, again, really, really well, and decide to embark on a brand new venture.
Well, life in IT is sexy, but then I think life in IT is very, very hectic. Like, I always tell my people during our time in Living Social, a month in Living Social is like a year in the outside world, whereby it is so it's so fast-paced, and then changes is a constant. I always tell people that in IT, change is the only constant.
That's right.
Things that we do today probably is not something that we are practicing tomorrow anymore. It's so fast that and due then the price that I have to pay is my health is getting deteriorated, whereby I fall sick almost every quarter, and I'm taking antibiotic more often than ever, and my cholesterol level has been keep on increasing, and I think I thought that is not what I'm going to do for the rest of my time, depending on drugs to continue my life. So I've been looking for alternative natural healing way, and that's where I've come to know about aquaponics from a old schoolmate that he wanted to retire into his back home to grow his own food in his backyard. I thought this is amazing.
It's an amazing idea.
Amazing idea, that's probably something that I'm looking for.
Back to basics, back to being pure and natural.
Exactly. So in that search, so I did a lot of research on internet, and then that's how I get to know about Avatar in Taiwan. So my teacher, Steffi Lee, she was a tumor cancer survivor. And she was a very successful business person in Hong Kong, and due to that he actually retired back into aquaponics. He went to Hawaii to learn about aquaponics, and I thought that is something that I can do to change my life. So therefore I applied and I went to Taiwan to Avatar farm to actually learn about aquaponics in Taiwan.
How has it changed your life personally, and of course as an entrepreneur as well?
Right. I think in Avatar is totally Avatar actually totally changed my perception of what a farm can be. Being a young boy back then, I used to work in Cameron Highland during school holidays, yeah, and you know that kind of perception of what a farm is all about. You know, you live it together with pesticides almost every day. You know, and when I go to Taiwan in Avatar, it's a very nicely covered farm with pipe music, with classic Beethoven.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know, it was a winter, and then you know, the joke of my life is I was so enjoying and so relaxed, learning and enjoying working in the farm, that you know, when I go to reach airport, I only realized that my air ticket already been expired. That is the joke of my life. No, it shows that, you know, I'm so
disconnected from the
real world.
The real world, which is sometimes a good thing.
Yeah, it's such in the city of Taipei itself. Yet you feel so disconnected from the world, and you enjoy so much about that. Yeah. So there in Taiwan, I also went to another permaculture farm called Yaman. My teacher is called Yaman, and is in Yangmingshan in Taiwan. It's a preserved natural land in Taiwan, and that's where I exposed to the concept of permaculture, learn about permaculture as well. In Taiwan, I also learned about from in the advanced aquaponics course, collaborated but with A1 farm in Shandong, China. Where our teacher there, they actually have done a very nice, successful urban farm there. And they actually also have implemented aeroponics and vertical farming as well. So that's where I get all these ideas from, and are trying to actually integrate this whole concept into an urban farm. And
so you had to pay to be part of this training, or did you decide to just write to them and say, coming from Malaysia, I want to know all that you know?
Right. There is an organization worldwide called WOOFER, WOOFER, under this kind of collaborations where the organic farm or those healthy farm around the world, they actually accept volunteers from all over the world to stay in the farm and work in exchange for food and lodging.
And of course that changed your life, because then you went on to acquire a 7,000 square foot bungalow just so that you could start urban farming.
Yeah, right. Coming back to Malaysia, I don't have land as many other people, but I was so so eager to go into it. So initially I thought I can get to go and apply for Tanah Terbiar, that I can work on it, and then look for land that I can rent and work on it. And then subsequently, I couldn't get any of this suitable one. I don't get any of this. So I thought, well, I'm so eager, I'm so committed to it, and so why not I do it right in the heritage city of Georgetown.
Wonderful. Well, we're taking a quick break, but do stay tuned. We'll be back to talk more about urban farming, about Philip's dream, change of lifestyle, and how you too can benefit, or rather reap these fruits, right? Do stay tuned. We'll be right back.